So Dricus du Plessis can't fight Israel Adesanya in September in Sydney, Australia, UFC 293. So who's going to step in? Sean Strickland. Most likely, that's what Izzy called for. Sounds like Strickland wants some negotiations with the pay, which is fine. But it sounds like it's going to be Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. I'm looking at this one like this is going to be one of the cringiest lead-ups to a fight I think we've ever seen, but one of the most entertaining. Because Israel Adesanya was expecting to fight Dricus, who there's all the real African champion type stuff going on there. But the guy that was really going after Izzy was Sean Strickland. And Sean Strickland was calling him the first Chinese champion. And Sean Strickland was just on Joe Rogan's podcast. And he was talking about how he just absolutely hates Israel Adesanya as a personality, as a fight, not as a fighter, but as a personality, the way he goes about things. All the anime stuff and the nails and just the way he expresses himself. Sean hates it. And he will not let up. He will absolutely not let up. Now, what does the UFC do with that? Because the lead up is everything with a fight. You know, the fight is only 25 minutes or less. Everything before is what sells the fight. The fight itself could turn out to be boring, could turn out to be amazing, but the lead up is what sells. And this lead up is going to be, dare I say, must-watch TV, but more so TV that you just can't look away from. Like, when Sean Strickland gets on a mic, nowadays people are listening. People are listening, whether they like him or not, they're listening. And it's not like they listen to understand. It's like you just can't look away. You can't help yourself but listen to what he has to say. And a lot of it is like kind of awkward stuff. And just the way he goes about things is like he does not care, which I love. I respect it so much because there's so many people that would just care so much about everybody nowadays. It's like he just doesn't care. You got to respect it. But Izzy was just put in the predicament of like, I have to fight this guy that has been calling me or has been saying he's going to be the real African champ when I'm, all the emotions about it. He's supposed to be fighting Dricus. It's supposed to be this big battle for Africa type thing. And now he's fighting Sean Strickland, who is actually the guy that is just going at him all the time on anything. You go back a year ago, UFC 276 press conference. It was Sean Strickland going in on Israel Adesanya. It had nothing to do, that was when Sean fought Alex Pereira. Had nothing to do with Alex Pereira. That was when Izzy was fighting Cannonier. They weren't talking anything about that. It was Sean Strickland versus Izzy. And Izzy was going back and forth with him. This was before, Sean had, really risen as far as, popularity and virality. And Izzy was going back and forth with him with a lot of stuff. And Sean wouldn't back down. I loved it. I'm actually so excited to watch this lead up because it's going to be so entertaining. Just as far as the back and forth, the face-offs. Sean Strickland face-offs are always so awkward. I'm interested to see how Izzy reacts to this stuff because you can't take Sean Strickland seriously. And I don't think Izzy will, but I'm just wondering if he will not let him cross lines, he wasn't letting Dricus cross lines. Will he let Sean Strickland cross lines? My guess is he won't, and he'll probably say something, but Sean will always have some type of comeback, whether it's good or not. So that's what I'm expecting, a back and forth of, Sean moving goalposts, Sean making jokes, Izzy obviously being the more, accomplished fighter in the game, basically kind of leaning on that and saying, stuff about his fighting and da-da-da, what did you do to get here, da-da-da, all that stuff. It's going to be entertaining, but it's going to be hella cringy. I just don't think people are going to be able to look away. That's what we're going to get. UFC 293 coming up in September. It's not that far away. And I can't blame Dricus for having to sit out with the injury, because it's a quick turnaround. And for beating Robert Whittaker, I think you're always going to have some type of leeway to try to get a title shot in the future. So, yeah, it's going to be a cringy lead up to the fight. Wonder how the fight's going to go. Probably an easy masterclass, but that's my thoughts. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for me. And if you want more content like this, hit the subscription. Hey, Jet Picks, signing out.